Well, we just got past the first half of the year, and the first half of 2021 has been like one long romantic night on the streets of Paris for equities. Maybe not for anybody else, but for equities, with nearly anything and everything going up in price. The party even reached Saturday Night Live as the whole world became a spectator in altcoins and in meme stocks.
So it's a hustle.
Yeah, it's a hustle.
Why did you say that, man? Don't fall to everybody. It's a hustle.
To the moon!
This moment in time must be cherished right now because it's incredibly unique and incredibly profitable. Think of it this way. When soldiers enter a quiet enemy village in the middle of the night, every cat which makes a sound, each and every door and window which cracks open makes one's alertness level go off the charts, since the most secure spot is inside that armored vehicle that you just left. Inside the Humvee, we're all protected. But that's not where the action happens. The action happens when we leave the safe spot. The action happens where danger lurks, and that's when reality actually sinks in. I'd hate to ruin our 4th of July holiday spirit right now. We're all living in this celebration moment, all this accomplishment of what we got done over the past 6 months. But like a mother bird which just brought chicks into the world, now begins the work of safeguarding what we created. The S&P 500 just had its best first half of the year since 1998, with the S&P 500 up 5 consecutive months and 5 quarters in a row. In fact, all of the major equity indices were higher in the second quarter. But my anxiety comes from the lack of problems that I see in the world of equities right now. I'm careful because no one else is, if that makes sense. I always see that. When everyone's all ebullient and excited, like in the housing market and other thing, I always get anxious because there's no such thing as perfection in markets. There are cycles and there are rotations in sentiments, and there is reality and gravity, which we call reversion to the mean. It's not sexy, but that's what it's called, reversion to the mean. We cannot be naive about the first half of the year and believe that new all-time highs are the norm. It's a question of when, not if, and all you can do is prepare right now. The S&P 500 index has seen 33 new all-time highs in 2021. So far, every 3 to 4 trading days, the S&P 500 celebrated a brand new high. The first half of 2021 was the 7th best for global stocks in the past 100 years in a freaking pandemic. Think about that for a second. And guess what? It only takes one catalyst to shatter hope, to transform optimism into pessimism, to morph a bright outlook to an uncertain one. One such negative catalyst could be the explosion of oil prices, which we're seeing right now, which has become a major drag on stock prices for the first time since 2017. Now let's switch gears a little bit. Let's look at what history says could and should continue higher from here. And this is my bullish thesis. It wasn't only stocks, which had a miraculous 2021 so far. Commodities, yes, gold, silver, copper, nickel, lithium, on and on and on. They were on a tear this year. What's interesting about this, though, is that contrary to the S&P 500, and in defiance of their vicious boom and bust cycles, when commodities skyrocket, the momentum is just too strong to just stop on a dime. They can't do it. You can't just abruptly stop commodities. History offers confidence that the second half of 2021 could lead to another crazy rally for commodities. And the main thing that makes me what I'm about to show super attractive is that the shares of it are currently near all-time lows. You know, in a world where everything is at record highs, a key part of finding real value is not getting sucked into FOMO and saying, hey, everyone else is investing in this AMC stock or this other thing. I need to jump into that. That's FOMO. Don't do it. And to remain calm and collective and search for assets which makes sense right now. And this is one of the ultimate entry points in this company's history right now. The moment we are right in now, right after 4th of July. Blue Lagoon Resources, their stock ticker is BLAGF, is a mineral and exploration and development company. Many of you asked me about them. You say, Clayton, are you bullish on BLAGF? Yes, because they're focused mostly on its high-grade gold-silver project, the past producing Dome Mountain mine, which they're about to potentially put into production once again. The biggest catalyst in this company's history is about to happen. This is the reason I'm telling you about this now, because the CEO and the founder said that in late July, a mere few days from now, So the best way to own shares of it is with traditional and reputable brokerages, which have been doing this for decades. Many of you asked me about this in the comments, so I want to tell you right now where you can trade a stock like this, an OTC stock. You need to use one of the big brokerages. I use E-Trade, you can use Fidelity, you can use TD Ameritrade, any of those. They're right here on the screen. And one of the key messages to drive home is this. The company's current market cap is $33 million. The Dome Mountain site has seen $28 million spent the last 12 years, as well as $40 million previously spent. In other words, Blue Lagoon Resources didn't spend this money. This mega sum of $68 million, they didn't spend it themselves. Instead, it purchased the whole property for just $27 million. That means that whole sunk cost was already spent on the production of this mine. Rana Vig, founder and CEO and director of Blue Lagoon Resources, was able to purchase it for 27 million Canadian dollars in a share-only deal, no hard cash. Notice that the company's market cap today is half of what was already spent on Dome Mountain to date to bring it to this point, where gold and silver production could start very, very soon.
Okay, this is pretty incredible. So that rock we saw outside, this is now the actual concentrate. That's amazing. And I don't know if you can't probably see it, but if you look at it very closely, you can see the little twinkles of gold and silver in there. That's what it's all about. That's what we've been working super hard to extract out of Dome. And we're so privileged that a facility like this, state-of-the-art Nikola, can take that rock and turn it into this, which eventually is going to turn into a shiny metal, which is going to end up in the bank accounts of Blue Lagoon. So I'm very excited about that.
I'm stressing this because I can count on one hand the companies that are about to announce gold production in the next month. We found a unique and rare one whose shares have not rallied yet. The company is within spitting distance from completing the regulatory hurdles that come before deciding whether or not to put it into production this summer. The drive to mine site can be accessed all year long, and it's just a 50 short minute drive from the town of Smithers, located in northwestern British Columbia. Now, this is a critical point. Since many projects are in the heart of the Amazon in Latin America or in deserts and jungles. Most interestingly, 90% of the project has never ever been explored, so the potential is in the drilling that they're about to do. In fact, Rana Vig, his family members, and close associates who had already owned about 20% of the outstanding shares, added more to their portfolio. He recently bought 1 million shares.
This is the Dome mineralized material that we're seeing coming out of the primary crusher, and you can see it going all the way up to the secondary crusher, and this is getting ready for a processing. Wow, very cool. This is what we've been waiting for. This is probably one of the most exciting days of my life. This is what we've been working so hard for. This rock is going to turn in that mill into gold.
I just showed you why stocks could face 6 months of brutality, while commodities could continue rallying, and I just pointed out that Blue Lagoon Resources could announce gold production in mere days, yet its share price has not budged yet. Research this right now. Do your own due diligence. Dig into their financials. Look on their website. Go through and study this project right now before they launch their big production. Subscribe to the channel and smash that bell notification so you'll be notified every time we publish a new video. And join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time for our live show. We'll see you next time, everyone.